good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people, True Heel Nation. This is your good brother J News with another rendition of J News Japan. We are covering the Lines Break Collision, episode 2 tonight. Let's kick this off. Another intro interview. Kevin Kelly interviewed Jeff Cobb to begin the show for the first 5 minutes of the pre-recorded show. Kevin Kelly talked to Jeff Cobb about Carl Frederick's actions last week on the show, why he had to make some sort of a point with Jeff Cobb on the apron, or punching him in the mouth, or just coming at Jeff Cobb. Kevin Kelly wanted to know what the skinny was behind that. Jeff Cobb said basically he doesn't know what the skinny is, but it seems like the kid just wanted to make a name for himself at his expense. But Jeff Cobb said Carl Frederick just got to watch his back because retribution is a coming. So after that, we have match number one. My apologies. Match number one between two competitors I have no knowledge on. These guys are indie wrestlers from the West Coast, from my understanding. One of the guys has about 15 or 16 years worth of pro wrestling experience. He goes by the name of Rust Taylor, R-U-S-T Taylor, and the other competitor goes by the name of the DKC. It was about 8 minutes or so, short match. The DKC didn't really show off anything in particular. The dude moves well. He seems to have some sort of a martial arts background. But he, unfortunately, and this is just me keeping it real, I have nothing against the guy, I don't know him. For this match, he just looked like enhancement talent, to be quite honest. He has been a part of the LA Dojo seminars the last couple of years, so he has trained under Shibata-san. And it just seems like he needs a little bit more training, a little bit more seasoning in the ring. He did look a little green. And that's just from, all of my collective years of watching pro wrestling and things of that nature. So I'm not saying the kid doesn't have a future in the industry, but for right now, he just needs a bit more polishing. Not a lot, but a bit more polishing. Russ Taylor, on the other hand, has a very unique style, very akin to Zack Sabre Jr. in that realm of submission and catch-as-catch-can wrestling. Moves very well. He also has a background in jiu-jitsu, and he moves in and out of maneuvers very, very well. Has a very interesting pose to begin his matches and stuff like that. But he's like a good mix of Zack Sabre Jr. and Timothy Thatcher, if you want to put it that way, with the catch-as-catch-can type of deal. Russ Taylor won this match with his submission maneuver, the Gaia Lock. And I think that Russ Taylor has a good future in New Japan of America. Match number 2, we had the veteran himself, TJP. Mr. Perkins, as we all know, has traveled the world all around, front, back, side to side. We've seen TJP everywhere in every company known to man. He seems to be the locker room leader, the OG of the LA Dojo, as they stated him. And he went up against a local guy from New York by the name of Danny Limelight Rivera. I've never seen Danny wrestle before. I sometimes go to New York indie shows. I've never heard of Danny. This is the first time I've seen him wrestle. He did show off some very cool and interesting maneuvers here and there. High flying stuff. Good striker. So I see a good future for Danny Limelight in New Japan of America as well. TJP won this match with his submission. At the end of the match went about 10 minutes or so, and then at the end of the show, TJP cut a promo basically stating that he's in New Japan of America basically to stake his claim and to do his thing, and he's there to give people chances to see if they can just hang with the mighty TJP. So after all this, this particular show was about 33 minutes or so. It was a decent show. It was a good show. It was a good showing for Danny Limelight, TJP, and Russ Taylor. So that was a good thing to see there. Next week we will see the debut of MLW famed filthy Tom Lawler. The man with the MMA background is going to compete next week on Online's Break Collision here on NewJapanWorld.com. His match will be against Rocky Romero, and then the returning Carl Fredericks will be in tag team action again. And we will see if that storyline between Carl Fredericks and Jeff Cobb continues to develop. So, ladies and gents, thank you yet again for always watching and keeping in tune with J News Japan and all the New Japan news here. As always, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat channel. Today is July 10th. Tomorrow, July 11th, is the finals for the New Japan Cup. Me and SP3 will be covering the New Japan Cup final, and then on July 12th will be the Dominion pay-per-view. So that'll be a collective True Heel Heat round table review of Dominion. It'll be me, SP3, Romeo, and the Stat King himself, JP. So, ladies and gents, it's been real. As you can see, I'm wearing the gear. Yes, I'm a real fan. Come back next week. If you want to watch the Lions Break Collision shows and just be in tune with the up-and-coming stars of New Japan of America, Lions Break Collision is on every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can watch it on NewJapanWorld.com. Subscribe and get yourselves into some strong style and put a little diversity in your wrestling lives. This has been your good brother, J News. Another rendition of J News Japan here with the Lions Break Collision Episode 2. Thank you for watching. Be good, y'all. Take care of each other and stay safe out there. Peace.